Hey everybody, it's Rich Formidoni from Korg again, and today I wanted to take a few minutes and just tell you exactly what is entailed in the M3 Xpanded update. So we've talked a lot about the M3 and what it's capable of doing, and it's immensely powerful, but when the M3 Xpanded update came along, it really changed the game. It's a humongous update. New sounds, new operating system updates, new features, gorgeous new visuals, all kinds of wonderful stuff. It's the biggest free update Korg has ever done for a keyboard. So I'll show you what it's all about. So the biggest part of the update is the new sounds that you get with your M3 Xpanded, and the first of which is the EX3 Grand Piano. Now I've done a whole separate video about that, so if you just search for M3 acoustic pianos on YouTube, you should be able to find it pretty quick. Now I'm going to jump over to media mode here and switch to EX USB PCM. This is a new tab that's here, and what that does is it's reading the expansion libraries that we've included off of the USB drive that's plugged into the back of your M3. Now we've included EXPCM 01 and 02. Those are brass and woodwinds libraries. EX3 is the grand piano. From our website you can also download EXPCM 04, which is the original piano which shipped with the M3. Both beautiful pianos, so you have your choice of which one you'd like to use. Now you can see up top here, this is your free RAM, and some of it is taken up right now by EX3. So I'm going to unload that, and now I'm going to load up the first brass and woodwinds library. So now I'll play you a few sounds from the new brass and woodwinds library. Some great ensemble brass, also some very nice sounding trumpets. And you've got some extra gestures there that happen when you hit with a hard velocity. And the same goes for this flute over here. There we go. And there's a beautiful French horn with a glissando. So these horns, brass and woodwind sounds, have a lot of expression tied to them. So uncompressed, that's 384 megabytes of brand new sound data just in those three libraries. And in addition to that, we've gone and updated the stock ROM with some brand new PCM. So there's a brand new acoustic piano. Here's a nice new whirly. And there's also some very cool new clavs, and you can actually select the register you want. And there's some tape-based devices, beautiful new acoustic piano, and some great other electric pianos as well. Now, in addition to the sound updates, there have been a bunch of cool updates to the user interface on the M3. For example, here we are in combi mode, and programs 1 through 8, the first tab. You can see we've actually added velocity meters just to the right of the play mute button and the solo button. So you can see exactly what you're playing, and if you're in a combi that has karma associated with it, you can see which tracks are being controlled by karma as well. Now if you jump over to the mixer tab, you've got the same thing, smaller versions of those meters. Now while we're in the mixer tab, here's another cool interface element that we've added. Boom. You can touch and drag the faders and knobs. So up and down for the faders, left and right for knob movement. So now you have an additional way to adjust apart from the sliders and the buttons. So if you're digging right into the touch screen real deep and you don't want to distract your attention somewhere else, you can just touch the screen to move a slider instead of reaching over for the physical slider. But you know, it's wonderful to have your choice of doing it any way you like. Now here's another cool thing we've done. Let's jump over to the insert effects, and for example, here's a wah effect. Check out that little P right there. If we touch the arrow, that P stands for preset, we can scroll over and see that there are presets available for every effect. So not only do you get to call up this auto wah effect, here are some different choices for presets you can use. 3 different chop wahs, some LFO sweeps, and if we jump to a different effect, let's say stereo chorus, see what kind of presets we've got there. Guitar medium chorus, clean electric guitar, made for E-pianos. So presets that are useful for specific applications of the effects have all been added. Now, we've also added 149 new drum track patterns. So as you scroll through the list here, you'll see that there's lots of brand new stuff way beyond the original number of patterns that came with it. So there are 672 patterns altogether. Now, if we jump over to the Karma GE tab and we go to select a Karma module, you may have noticed that there are some user tabs over here that are grayed out. Well, you can now add your own user-generated effects to Karma. Karma's been updated to level 2.2, which means it now does things like scene quantize and a bunch of other cool new functions. But one of the biggest deals is that you can create your own Karma elements in the Karma M3 software, which you can get at karma-lab.com. And you can import your own creations into the M3 and fill up those empty slots. Now I'm going to jump over to sequence mode real quick and show you one of the coolest things that we have ever put on a keyboard. Say you're working on a sequence. By the way, you've got your velocity meters here too, and you're doing some track editing. Press page select, go to track edit. We've always had this track edit screen that lets you see when you've recorded certain amounts of data and where it's been recorded. But if we touch the track view tab, you can now visually see all the MIDI data represented just like you would in a computer DAW. So I can grab this little tool here and manipulate large chunks of data at once. Or if I want to, I can touch the magnifying glass and zoom in and check out this beautiful new piano roll editor. This is absolutely awesome. Zoom in so you can grab individual notes, move them around, change their length, shorten and lengthen them, grab the pencil tool, create some new notes, grab the hand, and scroll your way around the composition. So you can interactively touch your music. And there's even a controller lane down on the bottom here. You can draw a line, and the controller values will react to the line that you've drawn. And you can even play right from within this tab. So if you haven't already checked out an M3, there's no better time to do it because this is such a powerful new update and it's free. So all you have to do if you already have an M3 and want to update yours is to go to korg.com/M3 and download the expanded update from the support section. Then put it on a USB stick. There are instructions in the download and just update right from the M3 itself. Thanks for watching.